Hello everyone! How we doing today? So, as you can see, we're back on the ship. We're standing on a nacelle, and I want to show you guys a little bit of the progress I made. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So, the shape is now a shape. Lots of scaffolding. Lots and lots of scaffolding. But, now we have a front half to the ship. Got some more cannons up here. Got some guns kind of fit in. Got some indentation. Got some different shapes going on. Probably putting more guns up here for defense. So, yeah, a lot, a lot of welding needs to happen now. So, landing bay. I haven't moved my med bay yet. It's still just kind of parked there because I don't have a room for it yet. So, but I should have one soon enough. But basic landing bay, fly up and in, and just kind of land in this general area. And I'll end up having a dividing wall in here to section off this part of the landing bay. And given the space I have up here, I'll probably run a floor slash roof for the landing bay and add some more stuff up here. Maybe a CIC. Not sure yet. Just kind of feeling it out. But it's coming along. Coming along quite a bit. You can see I've placed a lot of blocks. A lot of blocks. And even then, block limit is kinda becoming a thing. I'll show you what I mean. We're up to 2241 of 2500. So I have like 250 more blocks to work with. But hull the hull takes up so many blocks. So the fact that I have the hull already kind of all flushed out means that I'm not going to be spending very many blocks doing much else other than just interior work. I mean, piping, oh, there's like, 20 pipes there, 20 pipes there, a few vents, probably around 50 blocks for floor slash ceiling in here. So it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. I'm going to admit, I'm going to admit that. It is going to be tight. I might have to adjust the design a little bit, see if I can free up some block space. I did, instead of using, I used ramps here instead of the two armor blocks. So that's saved on some block count, and it'll add some extra detailing to that section once it's all welded up. So, but yeah, gonna see how this works out first, get it all welded, and then we're gonna start working on the interior. So I'll bring you back in a second once I've done all the welding. So, see you in a couple. Hey guys, just wanted to bring you back for a second. So I had to retrofit my miner, put a conveyor on there, so that way I could have a couple mediums on here, the welder, still, connect to the ship, get components. Burning through steel plate and metal grids, but I got that churning away at more. But yeah, so it's starting to come together. Just wanted to show you progress is being made. That whole section's all welded up now, and off to the rest. Okay guys, so welding the hull is done. So here's what we're looking at. Obviously before you saw all the scaffolding. This is what it all looks like when it's put together. So yes, it's many moons later, and this took a while. This took a while. So, um, but yeah, it's kind of given me, now that I got a front section on it, It's starting to give me like, I don't know, a Starship Troopers vibe, or more, or kind of like early sci-fi space exploration ships. You know, where they're more curved and have circular bits on them. But yeah, so other than those ion thrusters, this is this is the hull. I got a lot of work to do because I even got a little windows in here. Gonna put, I don't know, something up there. Maybe the bridge, since I have windows. Here's landing bay. Got a couple blocks I need to finish welding in here, but lots of room. Here's those windows I was talking about. So I can put like a forward bridge in here maybe. So yeah, I got some piping to do. Thinking on the outside, I added I added a couple more of the side cannons on here because why not? I had the space. I think they look good, especially when you tuck them in. So that looks pretty good there. I got the other ones back there. I got conveyor ports up here. I'm thinking I'm going to put Vulcans up here. So I have lots of anti-missile, anti-starfighter bullets flying, protecting the top half of the ship. I got some cannons down here. I got 4 of them that are going to kind of protect the front ventral side of the ship. And depending on where I put more conveyors, I might put some more weapons down here. Maybe down in this section, kind of offering some protection, maybe a couple Vulcans. Now, I did get a few really good suggestions from the community. Obviously, you know, I mentioned earlier I was saving those conveyor ports on the inside. So I'm thinking I'm going to put a couple large cannons on the back and maybe a couple more of the side cannons out the rear. That way, anything I may be running away from is going to have lots of cannon fire shooting back at it, which is never a bad thing. Um, but one of the suggestions I got was because these are already all conveyored, you know, I can actually add a few more cannons in and around on the pylons themselves. So I'm going to be kind of looking at that, seeing what I can do there. I got to finish tidying this bit up so it's not exposed on both sides. And yeah, I got to move the cockpit, but until I have an inside, I still need a way to drive the ship. Okay, so I've done a bunch of sketching and I realized an issue. And right now, you'll probably notice something. There's a seam in the middle of my ship. Yep. Well, I started sketching. I also realized one thing. I had more cargo than I had power, because I just had 2 small reactors this entire time. And I don't need, like, a massive amount of cargo, because it takes a while to fill up one of those things. So, I ran piping all the way over here and put 1 large in this section of the middle of the ship. That is accessible, and I decided to put LCDs there, so I'll put inventory updates there. So, can land here, have the landing bay to fly in from, moved all the components over to there, and I built 2 large reactors because I have jump drives. I got 2 small shield gens in here, so I'm going to need to be able to power those. So, yeah, powered, I realized, was drastically not what I needed it to be. So, fix that. But here's the problem. I started sketching things out. Got a little passageway in here. Little section up here that takes me to a med room in cryo. I know it's hard to tell right now because it's not made. But then I had a stairway leading up to where I was going to put the bridge area. And I figured back over top of this section is where I'd put, program blocks, that type of thing. Some more LCDs, maybe some chairs, kind of have like a whole display of stuff. So, yeah, but ran into a problem, and I'll show you the problem. I'm at 2449 right now of 2500. That is not good. So, I'm quickly running out of blocks. And this is the problem when you freeform a design on a server that has block limits. Now, yes, I'm the one who set those block limits, but I view that as a challenge. And it also helps maintain server stability by, not having 25,000 block grids trying to run around doing stuff. Rear section up and running, and now I got to make the separation. Okay, let me make sure I'm prepped here because I'm gonna need a merge block. I don't want to separate it before my merge blocks are in place. Need a couple more motors. Give me motor. Motors. And to make sure I have what I need, we'll grab another one. I think that might be a bit too close. So let me move you. And get just so I'm touching. There we go. And let's try this again. There we go. Okay, so here comes the nightmare. We're gonna do it. As the server's like, what did you just do to me? Okay, so by the power of this little ship, come on. Come on, you can do it. Almost there, almost there. Just keep pushing. Come on, bam. We're in business. I'm gonna get the inside all welded up on what I've done so far, and I'll probably cut out one row of this too so I can get back some block count. I'm gonna make the tweaks I wanted to do on the rear of the ship back here of the drive section. So I'm gonna get to all that and I'll bring you back once I have that all done for you. So see you in a minute. Okay, I finished making modifications to the outside of the ship. Pulled that in. Tweaked the bottom like I was talking about down here. So kind of has more of a indented feel on the lower section of the hull. I ended up taking out the rounded bit that I had in here and just carrying the 45-degree angle triangle block all the way down. So yeah, I'll show you where we're at now. We are at 2397. So 103 blocks to work with. That's a mite sight better than the like 20 I had to work with, a little while ago. So, but I may end up doing a few other things to the hull design. Don't know yet. But I need to get working on the interior for you guys because we need to get to base. So I need to hurry up and get all of this welded in. So I'm going to get working on that. Okay, so got a bunch of welding done. Added in a door here and on the opposite side, so I need to get those welded up. I got doors up here up front, and I ended up putting in the hangar doors down here. It was 6 blocks long, so I figured, the heck with it. Instead of being open air, I'll make it be able to close. Now the fact that our only option in Space Engineers is, these extend to, which is terribly frustrating if you want to have side opening hangar doors, because then you're always limited to only a 4 wide. That's why one of the mods I like to use sometimes is the Armor Gates mod. That gives you an option of a 2, 3, 4, and 5, so you can actually make hangars the way you want. So, little tip for you there if you're looking for, a little more airtight hangar bay door options. So here's the hangar bay. Got a upper observation area with a couple control seats. Finally threw in some gravity. Moved my timers over there and got rid of the stuff that was in here. So, and yeah, cargo's down here. I got doors to walk through here, and I can walk through. I got access to some cargo as I come into the ship, because this is the side door I put in here for docking purposes. Then in here, under some glass, we have some oxygen tanks, because I thought that would kind of look cool. And it saved me on block count, because instead of just having conveyors connecting the back half of the ship to the forward half of the ship, well, this is 1 block instead of 2. Both of them, so that saved me a couple blocks. Got my med bay, got some extra storage here. Got 3 cryopods, a 4th one over here, some cargo above them. So I'm not lacking in cargo. So I got the large cargo, which is right here. And I got a bunch of small cargoes too. This section of the forward ship is just kind of there for right now. And we'll go upstairs. I got another cargo on this side. Put in some stairwells. That's just kind of open at the moment. As you can see, not everything is closed up. And this is the bridge. Got a couple programming blocks in here for aesthetics. Got my windows to look out. Got a hole in the floor to avoid. Got a couple extra command seats. Got the flight seat. So yeah, it's come together pretty good. I'm liking it so far. What I'm not liking is this. 2482. I'm back to almost out of blocks again. So this has power, and it has jump drives. And so yeah, I think it might be time to start heading to the base. I got enough gyros on it, at least right now, so it moves pretty decent for something its size. But speed? Speed is another thing. Let me get the thrusters on my bar here. Turn those guys on. Speed? Yeah, not very fast. But then again, I'm pushing it with 8 small hydrogen thrusters. And I got 2, 4, 16 more ion thrusters that are supposed to be there. So, yeah, I think right now the call to action is to go get platinum, so I can finish this up and fly it on into the base. I gotta do some painting yet too still, but we're getting there. I'm going to go get my mining ship real quick, get that docked up, and kind of cheat the corner there. Because I don't want to leave this guy behind. Even though I don't really need him anymore. But he served me well, so he gets to come. And he fits in the landing bay. Now, this ship as a whole, I'm not designing it to be for blatant warfare. It's more of an exploration ship to be able to go into an area, collect ore, do a number of different things. It can adequately defend itself because I got the weapons, I got Vulcans, I got some side cannons, I got some Aidens. So it it operates pretty well as a pocket frigate. I'll tell you that. And if anything, historical wise, this could have been an exploration ship that got pressed into service as a frigate, hence the extra weapons on it and whatnot. So maybe that'll end up in the lore for the ship itself. So got my guy hooked up. So let's see. Jump drive, jump drive, jump drive. We're going to jump straight to platinum. And platinum. So platinum is over that way. I think we're going to get the hangar doors on my bar too, just so I can close that at the moment. And I'm still going to have to make a bunch of structural changes to the ship, make some other design changes and whatnot, because right now I've basically run myself out of blocks. So I'm going to keep picking away at the design, see what I can refine, what I want to change. Like I said, there's a lot of detailing that I end up doing going back over a design. So that process really hasn't started. This wasn't meant to be an all-in-one done job right from the word go, since I was building it freehand. If I'd built it in creative, I would have already spent all the time figuring out what I want, changing it, and everything else. But I like the freehand approach as survival sometimes, so I'm having fun with it, and I hope you guys are enjoying the construction of the ship. Because at some point we're going to get into combat. Okay, we just finished our jump and we made it. Now the question is, am I going to be able to sneak in here before anything decides to find me? That is now the question. I do got to slap a drill on the drill ship again real quick, but that's not a big deal. But I need to get in here, grab some platinum, and get out. I don't see any signals yet. We might be able to sneak out here and get some. Need to get you back on my bar again. So far so good. Looks like a few other people have been here, because there's a chunk missing. Things spawning in. That's never a good sign. Leg spike. Leg spike. And, okay. Get the drill going. Okay, here we go. If I was smart, I would have put the two other on here. But I'm not worried about that at the moment. I just want to get a reasonable amount so we can get this done. So I'm going to mine up a bunch of this. I'll bring it back in a sec. Okay, that should just about do it. Got 27,000 there, got another 31,000 there, and another 34,000 in the drill. That should be plenty. Now we're going to get out of Dodge. Because, yes, even though technically this can defend itself, it is not combat ready. And I'm not ready to take it into combat. We still got some bits we need to get done. We need to get the shields online. Oh, wait, no, I gotta park this out here on the connector. So that way this can start getting to work. And then we'll do this right now. And then we'll head inside and we'll get out of here before someone comes wandering by. Yeah, I'm so not ready to get into combat with this thing yet. You know, I just got it like built and we're gonna get going in like this general direction. And because I don't have any scripts enabled at the moment on this, I need to go manually get the refineries going. So put you in there, and you in there, and you in there. Yep, there we go. And then we'll split this. Another 15,000 over there. There we go. And then, how many ions do we have? 1, 2, 3, I don't know, 10, 20, 30. We'll say 40 at 80 apiece. That's 8,000? No. 10 is 800. That's like 2,400. So we're going to get you making 1,000 and you making 1,000. As we slowly drift away at 1/4 impulse. Okay, guys, we didn't make a clean escape. We got some inbound bad guys here, at least one of them. And he's closing in on our position. I'm up to 1/2 impulse now. And the cannons are firing. And scratch one enemy. I'm just glad he wasn't like a whole pack of things, because that wouldn't have ended well. So, okay. We made it through our first encounter. That could have been so much worse. But I'm still waiting on more thrusters. That platinum's refining. A little bit at a time. So, if anything else interesting happens, I'll bring you back. Okay, guys. I brought you back so we can finish up the last couple thrusters. It's about 45 minutes later. I'm down to the last 3. And then we're going to make the final jump to the main base. I still got those couple enemies off in the distance, but I parked long enough so I could actually get everything taken care of. We seem to be okay at the moment. I built my shield components, so I have basic shielding now with those 2 shield generators. And we just need 15 more. And we are in business. And there we have it. We now have all of our ions built. So let's go home. Let's get to headquarters. Acceleration. Yeah, that's a bit better. Not amazing, but this is a giant heavy armor behemoth, so. Okay, so here's the final jump to headquarters. Okay, here we go. The final jump. And we are home. It's good to be home finally. Hmm. Oh, meteors. Yep, the meteors don't have a chance. Now we're going to get ourselves right side up here. And bring ourselves on in the base. Now, if you like this video, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later.